All right, guys, so what I have planned now, since the ranunculus are actually still soaking, I have decided that I'm going to plant a few trays. So today or tomorrow was about the time that I was supposed to plant a couple more different flowers and herbs. So I have the French rosemary that needs to be planted within the next day or two, some delphinium seeds. So these are actually called the White King. A blend of Snapdragon. So this is the Potomac Berry Blend. And then I also have some Viola. So this is called the Frizzle Sizzle Mini Tapestry. So the idea for today was that I would probably get these started. So as you can see here, I do have in a range of different trays. So each of them have different, different sizes depending on how many cells fit into a tray. So I have two 70 cell trays, and then I have two of these. Let's see here, I think these are 50 cell trays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. These are 40 cell trays. So I have, both of them have the reservoirs at the bottom, and then they actually have the humidity tops up here as well. So I'll actually go ahead and start with the 70 cell tray first. So I'll put the other 40 cell trays to the side, and then I'll pull those out whenever we start switching things out. So I think what I'm going to do, this is a lot, but the idea was that I really wanted a lot of flowers this year. So I think I'm actually going to end up planting this whole cell tray and fill it with violas, and then I'm going to plant this whole tray and fill it with some snapdragons. Like I said, I think I'm going to end up ordering some more plants from Johnny's, some more seeds from Johnny's, and that is where I actually ended up getting the snapdragons. And the snapdragons I'm going to put into here. And then the Frizzle Sizzle mini Tapestry Violas, those are actually going to go into the other tray as well. So I am going to fill each of these trays with both of those. The French rosemary and then the delphinium seeds, I'll actually put those to the side for right now until I'm ready to start planting those. I do have my big thing of water here. I have scissors to the side as well. I have my towel to wipe off my hands. I have my marker, my garden marker, as well as some labels here, plant labels here. And then because that mixture thing wasn't really working out for me, I actually have a big tub. This is the Rubbermaid tub that I was explaining to you guys before. So I am going to use this in order to mix all of my soil together. I think it's going to work out a little bit better for me. So I'm going to pull this water to the side, and I'm actually going to take out only one of those trays and just work with those first. So I actually am going to work with the snapdragons, I think. This one to the side. Take one of the tops. These tops are great because they actually have the venting dials here as well, so you can let airflow go in here a little bit better, or you can close them up, whatever is better. Take this other one and pull it to the side too, so that we don't end up filling up the whole thing. Okay, and then I am going to put my towel to the side. I also do have some of my potting mix here. So this is the Ispoma Organic Seed Starting Potting Mix, Premium Potting Mix. So I am going to use that, try to finish up this bag. I do have another bag of that over there, as well as the additional bag of the seed starting mix that I ended up picking up from the greenhouse the other day. So I'll go ahead and get started with this stuff. My first step is I'm actually going to write the labels for all 4 of them, just so that I can make sure that I have those all written out, and then I can move the marker to the side. So this is going to be, I'm going to say P, B, blend, Snapdragon, Okay, I'm gonna do just frizzle, sizzle, Viola. Okay, French, Rosemary, and then White King, Delphinium. All right. So I'm a little bit weird about the Delphiniums. We have dogs that run around outside in our yard, and our yard is fully fenced in. So we do let them kind of roam around the yard without really having to worry about them getting into things they're not supposed to. However, just so that you are aware, delphinium seeds, they are actually super toxic. So they are poisonous for children's and pets and anybody. So the whole thing is actually considered poisonous. So you really need to pay attention whenever you are around dogs or around kids or any other type of pet that could come in contact with any of the delphinium seeds at all. So that's one of the things to keep in mind. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm going to start with the Snapdragons. Here is my plant tag, and I will make sure that I put that into one of the cells there. So I'll actually get started on mixing some of our soil together. so now we are on our last 2 trays here. So the first 2 trays, like I said, I had planted the Potomac Berry Blend Snapdragon seeds, and then also the Frizzle Sizzle Mini Tapestry Viola seeds. So those went into the 70 cell trays. So I'll probably do a really quick over for this one. So I do have planned out and already prepped French rosemary. And here are the seeds for that. So these I ended up getting from Renee's garden. So we're going to try to fill this whole tray with all of these seeds. This last tray here that we're going to do is the White King Delphinium seeds. So again, we're going to try to finish off this whole entire tray and then put those under some lights. So with each of these, you really want to start your rosemary indoors, and it does take a pretty long time for them to actually germinate. So it will take about 1 to 2 months. Same thing with the delphinium seeds. You really want to start them indoors just to make sure that you do have some pretty good germination with these. We do live in a cool weather environment, so we should be able to get them started now so that we can get them outside, because they actually do okay in cool weather. So we do need to make sure that the soil stays moist around all of this. And with the French rosemary and for the delphinium, we'll probably lay some vermiculite over the top of it. So without further ado, let's get started. And there are our seeds that we've started so far. They all look really great. The last ones that I need to really pay attention to are the onions here. We do need to add some vermiculite to the top of those. The celery, we may be okay, but it may not hurt to add some on top of that as well. And then the last one over here is the geranium seeds. Again, I think I might add a little bit of vermiculite just because they are getting a little bit steamy. So this is what it all looks like underneath here. So those are what we planted yesterday. And here's the celery, looking great. And same thing with the onions, those look good too. And then here are the new ones that we have. So we have the French rosemary over here. We have the white king delphinium. We have the, let's see, the Snapdragon seeds here. And then last but not least, we have the frizzle sizzle violas down here. So this is what that looks like. So hopefully we'll start to get some seedlings popping up here in a little bit, but that is what they look like, which doesn't look too bad. And the last bit that I have to do today is the rest of the ranunculus. So we have just less than an hour before we'll have to take them out from soaking. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to end up soaking those bulbs for the freesia, and hopefully I'll be able to get those started up as well. I think I'm going to end up planting those in some pots, like some smaller pots, and then end up transplanting those into something else. So, or I do have some bigger cell trays. Maybe I'll just do that. I'll plant them in some bigger cell trays. So in the meantime, I think what I'm going to do is start getting all of the soil all prepped and mixed up. So I am going to get the other bag of the organic seed starter stuff. You can use just normal potting mix if you want to. The seed starter you're going to have to just keep up on because you're going to have to water it a little bit more often. But that's okay. I really don't have any issues with that. So we'll try that out and then get going on that. And hopefully by the time I'm done potting everything up, I am going to use one big tray for all the ranunculus corms. And then we'll section those out into 3 different sections. And then we'll pot the freesia bulbs. And then that should be it for today's video. We will do some winter sowing in the next few days, and I'll show you how to do some of that. And then that should be it. So let me get to setting up my soil, and then we should be all set, and I'll probably start picking things up before I start planting into each of the corms and the freesia into their designated areas.